I just hate that this narrative is going around and, bloggers picking things up and, certain people trying to destroy me. But it's not going to happen, though. I'm not going to allow it to happen.
Nobody saw this coming. Not the fans, not the cast, and maybe not even Martell Holt himself. When Melody Shari officially announced that she was leaving Love Marriage Huntsville, it felt like a chapter closing on one of reality TV's most unforgettable stories. But the real shock came just days later when Martell finally broke his silence. His response wasn't just emotional, it was revealing. It showed a side of him the world hadn't seen in a long time: raw, vulnerable, and maybe even regretful. For years, Martell and Melody's names were tied together. Their love, their fights, their success, and their downfall played out in front of millions.
What's up, Instagram? Listen, really quickly, a lot of y'all been inboxing me. Some of you have been texting me, asking me what is going on, what is up with this video that Martell Holt has decided to post today. I really don't know. I have no idea where his mind is, why the hell he done took it to social media at that. However, since he keeps saying he got some stuff to get off his chest and he got to put the truth out and all of that, then I'm going to get some stuff off my chest too. Like, it's not going to be no one-sided anything, ever. So, I'm waiting just like y'all. And I'm waiting to hear what his truth is, so that way I can go ahead and put my truth out as well. You know what I'm saying? And my truth gonna be the truth. So I'm waiting like you guys. I don't know what he's thinking. Kind of disappointed, to be honest, because I thought we had gotten past the whole going to social media thing, but it's all good. But y'all can stop inboxing me, because I don't know. I'm waiting too.
Fans watched as a picture-perfect couple from Huntsville turned into one of the most talked-about breakups on television. But now, with Melody walking away for good, everyone's asking the same question: how does Martell really feel now that she's gone? Because behind that calm exterior and carefully chosen words, there's something deeper going on. Some say it's guilt. Others say it's heartbreak. But one thing's for sure: Martell's response has everyone talking. From the very beginning, Martell and Melody weren't just another reality TV couple. They were the heart and soul of Love Marriage Huntsville. Their story had everything: ambition, family, love, betrayal, and redemption. When the show first premiered, viewers fell in love with them because they seemed so real. They were young, successful, and proud to show what black love could look like when two people built something from the ground up.
She takes good care of me, though. Even though, I've done so much in the past. I take that back. Even though the things that I've done in the past, she's like, you're not gonna treat me like this, or you will be by yourself. That's the type of woman I want in my life.
But success came with its shadows. What started as a love story soon turned into a storm of emotions that nobody could control. Martell's affair, the one that shattered their marriage and changed everything, became the turning point not just for their relationship, but for the entire series. At first, people thought it was just another reality TV storyline. But it wasn't. It was real pain, real betrayal, and real heartbreak. Melody tried to hold her family together, while Martell struggled with the consequences of his choices. And though they divorced, the cameras never stopped rolling. Every awkward scene, every tense conversation, every emotional moment, it all played out for the world to see.
Y'all, at midnight, Melody Shari Rogers released her statement stating that she would no longer be on Love Marriage Huntsville. After 9 seasons of sharing her life with us, she has decided to part ways with the show.
For years after their split, Love Marriage Huntsville revolved around their tension. Producers knew that whenever Martell and Melody shared a scene, ratings went up. But what fans didn't see was how draining it became for both of them. Melody was tired of being portrayed as the scorned ex-wife. Martell was frustrated that no matter what he did, people only saw his mistakes. Still, through it all, Melody became the face of the show. Her strength, her confidence, and her drive to move forward made her a fan favorite. She turned her pain into purpose, launching businesses, building her brand, and raising her kids with grace and independence.
Ask if you were in a relationship with Sheree and you said it was a business arrangement. That's in the paperwork too, verbatim.
You such a liar.
No, I'm not.
You are such a liar.
But even as she tried to move on, the show kept pulling her back into the past, the same arguments, the same wounds, the same emotional scars. So when Melody announced that she was officially walking away, it didn't feel like just another cast change. It felt like the end of an era. And that's when Martell finally spoke. At first, his reaction surprised everyone. On social media, Martell posted a short message that said more between the lines than in the words themselves. He wrote something simple: everything happens for a reason. Sometimes people have to walk away to find peace. It didn't sound bitter. It didn't sound angry. It sounded like acceptance. But then, he went live. And that's when things got real. In the live stream, Martell looked tired, not just physically, but emotionally. His tone was calm, almost too calm, like someone trying to convince themselves they were okay. He said, "I respect Melody's decision. I know it wasn't easy for her. We've been through a lot, and if she feels this is what's best, then I wish her well." For a moment, fans were shocked. The same Martell who once lashed out on camera, who had no problem confronting his ex or arguing in public, was suddenly choosing peace. But then he added something that caught everyone's attention sometimes: losing something makes you see what you should have valued more when you had it. That line hit hard. People in the comments couldn't stop talking about it. Was Martell finally admitting regret? Was he realizing too late that his choices cost him more than just a marriage but a legacy? Behind the scenes, sources close to production started whispering that Martell had been struggling long before Melody's official announcement. He reportedly felt sidelined, like the show had turned him into the villain while Melody became the hero. Some crew members even claimed that Martell was frustrated with how certain storylines were edited, saying it made him look worse than he really was. But even with all that, Martell never expected Melody to actually leave. He thought she'd stick it out for the show, for the fans, for the story. When she didn't, it shook him. Because for the first time since their split, Martell had to face a reality where Melody wasn't just his ex-wife, she was gone from his world completely. And here's where things get messy. Some fans believe that Martell's calm response wasn't as peaceful as it looked. They think it was calculated, a move to repair his image after years of being painted as the bad guy. Others, though, believe this was genuine, that Martell is finally realizing the weight of everything that happened. That he's coming to terms with the fact that the woman who once stood by him, through fame and failure, is truly done this time. But there's another layer to all this: the future of Love and Marriage, Huntsville. With Melody gone, the balance of the show is completely off. Martell might still be there, but without her, his storyline feels unfinished. Their connection, even when broken, gave the show its heart. Now, fans are wondering if Martell can carry the show alone. In the days after Melody's departure, Martell started posting motivational quotes, things about growth, mistakes, and lessons learned. It felt like he was trying to show that he's evolving, that he's not the same man he was a few years ago. But some fans weren't buying it. Comments poured in saying things like, "You only learn the lesson when she's gone, and now you want peace after destroying her peace for years." Still, others saw something different. They saw a man who finally understands what loss really means. A man who's tired of the drama, the fighting, the constant cycle of pain. And deep down, maybe Martell knows that no amount of success, fame, or cameras can fill the void left by Melody walking away, not just from him, but from the show that once defined both of their lives. But here's the twist: there are whispers that Martell might not be done yet. According to a few insiders, he's been in private talks with producers about reshaping his role for the next season. Rumor has it he wants to show a different side, focusing on being a better father, businessman, and friend. Some say he's trying to rebrand himself as the man who's finally ready to change. But others think it's too late. They believe the damage is already done, not just with Melody, but with the audience. And to make things even more complicated, there's talk that Martell might be using this time to quietly rebuild his image off camera. He's been seen at charity events, networking with people outside of reality TV, and trying to refocus his energy on new business ventures. But even then, Melody's absence is like a shadow that follows him everywhere. Every time he posts something online, the comments go right back to her. Every interview, every headline, every rumor, it's always connected to Melody. It's like he can't escape her name, even when she's no longer around. And maybe that's the hardest part. Because while Melody is finally moving on, focusing on her peace, her health, her career, and her family, Martell seems stuck in the echo of what used to be. He once had everything: a wife who believed in him, a beautiful family, a successful show, and a future full of promise. But choices have consequences. And now, as he watches Melody walk away for good, he's left with nothing but memories and the weight of what could have been. Fans can't stop speculating about what comes next. Some believe that Martell will use this as a wake-up call to finally grow up, to heal, to reflect, to take responsibility. Others think this might be his breaking point, the moment he realizes that fame can't fix the emptiness left behind. And what nobody expected was the quiet shift in tone from Melody herself. While she hasn't responded directly to Martell's posts, her silence says everything. It's the kind of silence that speaks louder than words, the silence of a woman who's finally done explaining, done arguing, done defending. For years, Melody fought to prove her worth, not just as a wife or reality star, but as a woman building her own name. And now, with her exit, she's showing the ultimate form of power, walking away without looking back. Martell's response might have been calm, but behind that calmness is a storm he can't control. Because once you lose the person who stood by you through everything, no amount of cameras, followers, or opportunities can replace that. And maybe that's what fans are really seeing now, not just the end of a TV relationship, but the unraveling of two lives that were once deeply intertwined. When you strip away the fame, the lights, and the drama, what's left is two people who once loved each other deeply and who now stand on opposite sides of their own stories. Martell may try to act like he's fine, but deep down, he knows that Melody's exit marks the end of more than just a show. It's the end of the last piece of connection they shared. Without her, the cameras feel colder, the scenes feel emptier, and the spotlight doesn't shine quite the same. And maybe, just maybe this time, he's starting to see what the world saw all along, that Melody wasn't just his co-star or his ex-wife. She was the heart that made the story matter. In his latest interview, Martell said something that caught everyone off guard. He said, "People can say what they want, but I'll always have love for Melody. That's never going to change." And that right there is the truth. Because love doesn't just disappear when the cameras stop. It lingers. It reminds you of what you lost, what you broke, and what you'll never get back. Maybe Martell's response isn't about saving face or rebuilding his image. Maybe it's about facing the reality he's avoided for years, that sometimes, the person you hurt the most is the one who taught you the most. And while Melody moves forward with strength and grace, Martell is left in reflection, realizing that peace isn't something you find after the drama ends, it's something you build after you've lost everything. So, as Love and Marriage Huntsville enters this new chapter without its leading lady, one question remains. Can Martell Holt finally rewrite his story, or is he destined to live in the shadow of the woman who walked away and never looked back? Because sometimes, the real lesson in love and marriage isn't about how you start, it's about how you handle the moment when it all falls apart. And for Martell Holt, that moment is now.